Alien weaponry. Kai Tangata. All right, everybody ready? Let's check it out. Catch up. Napalm Records. 1820, the great northern war chief Hongi Hika departed New Zealand for England. 1820. On his return, he brought with him the word of God and hundreds of muskets. Things would never be the same again. Alien weaponry. Oh, man. Damn. Let me pause it for a second. We're 3:17 into a 7-minute, 15-second video. You notice I haven't said much. The reason for that is because, first of all, this music it's badass. I love the music. It's wicked powerful. There's a lot of energy behind it. And I feel like this video is it's potentially telling a story and what could be a historical depiction, potentially, right? So they give the little blurb in the beginning, but I feel like they're telling a story here. And what I'm trying to figure out, and the reason I'm really kind of zoned in here, is because I'm trying to figure out, one, is that actually what they're trying to do? Or are they just making like symbolism of things? They just kind of montaging pieces together so you get the idea. Or are they trying to tell a story? If they are trying to tell a story, how did they go about it wrong? Is kind of where my brain is. But I do love the song already. I want to kind of know what it's about. Oh, damn. These cats kind of remind me of Silverchair. Remember Silverchair back in like 95, 97? Oh, man. This guy is phenomenal. He's one of the heavy hitters of this video from a character standpoint, obviously. Just like the first woman that we see, just like the child that we see, and then a couple people that we see as kind of main characters that we see over and over again, kind of leaders of their side. But this guy, oof. Okay. Wow. Wow, that was a lot. Was that anybody's first time experiencing? I don't know how to pronounce it. Is the group? No, the song's got to be Alien Weaponry, or is that the group name? The song is called, oh wait, Alien Weaponry is the group. The song is called Kai Tangata, I think. I'm probably butchering that. Okay, Alien Weaponry. So somebody that's the first time. So I have a little description here. The title, let me just give you a shot, okay? Perfect. The title literally translates to eat people and refers to the ancient Maori tradition of eating the flesh of their enemies after battle in order to insult them. It is also an ancient term for a war party. In their epic 7-minute song, the thrash metal trio recreates the memory of the early 19th century musket wars, where northern tribes, newly armed with muskets, attacked and decimated the Central North Island ancestors, who at that time were still using traditional weaponry. The driving riff that carries the song echoes the pounding footsteps of the war party, while the chorus traces the parts of the full body tattoo traditionally worn by Maori warriors. The images are of brutal hand-to-hand combat and the taking, flashes of white teeth reminding us of the eventual fate of those unfortunate captives. Interesting. Some people might find it a bit grisly, says singer and lead guitarist, but it's stuff that actually happened and nobody ever talks about it. We're not saying it's right or wrong, but it's a part of the history. The song refers to the god of war, and it is from this deity that the band's debut album, 2, takes its name. Last couple pieces. Quite a few of the songs on the album are about battles or conflict, says the drummer, who is largely responsible for the lyrics of this song right here. So we thought it was appropriate to name the album after 2. It means to stand strong and proud, to stand for something which we think is important as a band and as a people. Wow. Wow. Okay. So that context kind of helps me. It also helps me kind of understand some of the imagery that's used within this video. For example, this right here. This shot that we kind of repeatedly see of the teeth, the tongue out, we see that numerous times. So it has to mean something. Well, now that we know what it means, now I can see why they did it so much. Now, that being said, this video is from 6 years ago. 17 million views. This video has done well. I'm sure, so I'll give you my 2 cents on this. And this is why I was so kind of zoned in during this video. And I said this specifically kind of early. How did they go about it wrong? Okay. I will say this very specifically and very clearly, that it's very easy for me or anyone else to watch a piece of media like this, that one is in its own right, it's historical. It's trying to teach you something that historically happened. But also there are cultural pieces of this that I do not understand, I am not aware of, and I won't understand until I learn about that, okay? But I want you to kind of take all of that, and I just want you to put it in a box off to the shelf, and I want you to think about, I just want you to hear my piece of this from a director's perspective. And if I, as I always say, if I were given this video as a preview and the client said, here's what we have, how do we make it better? Which is the best question to ask. Don't show somebody and say, what do you think? No, how do we make it better? Because that's what you want to know. Here's what I think. I think overall, this character, and for lack of a better term, because I don't know what the terminology is, he kind of gives me shaman vibes. I don't know if that matches with the culture, but let's just say it's a shaman, okay? The shaman is doing the inking, he's doing the skull, it's almost like summoning something, he's manifesting something. There's a lot going on with his character. Oh, it's really, really well done. The fact that we close in on his face so many times and you can kind of see the story in his expression, that's perfect. This shot shows so much more than a lot of the other shots that are used. Now, as far as some of the little things that I think could have been a little better, if we are trying to legitimately, like, to me, this is a wicked powerful story. It's a powerful video, but it almost has, like, it's action-packed, it's wild, but when it's over, I do feel an energy, but it doesn't feel like a historical holy F. That's how things went. I don't feel that. And I think that's kind of what was intended, especially given the fact that we started off with this breakdown. We're telling you a little bit of context because we want you to understand what this was about. Okay? On his return, he brought with him the word of God and hundreds of muskets. Now, this is enough for you to go, oh, damn. But then we solidify it with that right there. And an ellipses. The 3 dots. Things would never be the same again. So you have established this is the story that we're about to tell. Now, if you're going to tell me this story, and you know me, I'm a bit of a storyteller, I provide a lot of details with the story. And he gives me a lot of shit for that. But I do that because I want you to experience it the same way that I did. If I, as a director, am going to tell you this story, I want you to experience it as if you are there. Quick pieces of note. We see the muskets way too early. Way too early. We see them in action way too early. There is a battle that reigns through this video for 90% of it. And it's a lot of repetitive back and forth with muskets, traditional muskets. And it's just kind of back and forth. It becomes repetitive. The buildup is non-existent. There are a couple pacing pieces that make you kind of go, oh, what's going to happen now? For example, when we see the first woman show up and you're like, oh, damn, didn't think of that. Perfect. We have to acknowledge that. If that's part of the story, we need to highlight her in some way. If she is the first woman that we see, she has to be kind of introduced. She needs to be revealed. The same way with the child. This blood on the fern, foreshadowing. We also see it at the end, so it does come full circle, but this whole thing, like, I don't think we should be putting the band in the middle of the melee. Absolutely not. I get why they did it. You literally have the band members in the middle of the scene. Not a fan of that. To me, there's so many nuances here that are telling part of this tribal and cultural story, all the way down to the markings, which we see referenced so many times. So it's important. The garb, the ink, the feathers, all of these symbols that represent part of this history. Now, one of the things that I think was enough to kind of make me go, authentic, feels real, powerful, versus it's a music video, and this is going to bother some of you. Buckle up. The hair of a lot of these guys just looks like they had hair and makeup done. No, I need you to mess these guys up. I need them to seem filthy. I need them to seem like they are in war, in battle. Like this guy with the perfectly parted hair, I'm not saying cut his hair, but mess that up. These guys are in war. These props are too clean. Now, yes, I am absolutely nitpicking, 100%. But if you weren't here to hear what a director would have to say, why are you here? Oh, coffee is strong. This story is powerful, and it should be respected and told in a way that displays that power. Yeah, there is an energy to this story that if I'm watching this, when it ends, I should be like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Damn. Ooh. I'll give you an example. There are movies that do this, 2-hour movies that are capturing events that have happened. An older one that does it really well, and it's an incredibly difficult movie to watch. It's called Serafina. If you've ever seen that movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. When that movie ends, you just want to die inside because they tell it so well. And because you know it's a real story, it's a representation of history. It's heavy. Also, from an acting standpoint, I don't know if it was this guy specifically, this lead guy, but his expressions did not seem authentic. They seemed like a bit over the top, like he felt silly. I don't want you to feel silly. I want you to be angry. I want you to be at war. I want to see anger on your face. I want to see you feel this. I want you to be frustrated. If I were directing this actor, I might tell him to do the same thing. And just be like, okay, no, I want you to do this. Go. And then I make him do it. And he does it, and it might be perfect. And I go, nope, I need more. Again, go. He does it again. He does it the exact same way. And I say, no, I need more. I need you to be angry. And I will make him do this 15, 20 times until he's friggin' pissed. And he's pissed at me. That's when I'm going to capture that emotion. And then I go, cut. That was perfect. Now he's pissed off at me until I call lunch. But I got the shot. That's the kind of emotion that I need each person on the screen to have. Because you are telling a very powerful story and every detail matters. Wow, that was heavy. Yikes.